Welcome once again, one and all, to the Chelsea FC Let's Play with me, Frew FM. It's episode 21 and we've got a little bit to catch up on, so let's get into it. Right, so as you can see, we are still top of the table, 6 points clear. Everything's going dandy. I actually can't believe how well things have gone. If we take a look at this, the schedule screen, absolutely, it's like a sea of green. It's just, it's unbelievable. I actually can't believe how well things have gone. So, the last game we played was against Steaua Bucharest in the Europa League, which we won 2-0 with Barkley and Pedro getting the goals. Our next game was against Watford away. We smashed them 4-1. I genuinely thought we were going to get beat because Watford at that point still hadn't won a game, so inevitably I thought, right, here comes Watford's first win of the season then. But actually, we were very good in this game. We dominated from start to finish. Nabil Fekir got himself a brace, which is nice. Alvaro Morata scored, and Willian. They're basically the three players who I've been impressed with this season. There's one player actually who's really impressed me since the injury to one of our players, which I'll get to in a moment. But yeah, Watford was 4-1, so that was a fairly straightforward game. Then we went into the Bournemouth game, and it wasn't actually as straightforward as the scoreline suggests. It was 3-0, but we made a lot of chances, but again, we actually squandered quite a lot of them. I mean, it could have been more than 3-0, but it was 2-0 up until the 93rd minute, where Alvaro Morata got his second of the game. Callum Wilson actually spurned a really good chance for Bournemouth just after the half-time interval, and it could have been 1-1, which would have completely changed the game. But Fekir put us 2-0 up in the 52nd minute, and Morata got a second of the game in the 93rd minute to seal the win. Our next game was a comfortable 3-0 win against Zrinjski in the Europa League. In this game, there was a lot of rotation as usual, but I actually give some of the youngsters a chance in this game. So if you take a look at the actual team that played, you can see we had George Hearn got himself a goal. Who's George Hearn, you ask? George Hearn is a youngster that I kind of overlooked actually during the youth intake. He's very good. He needs a lot of work. I mean, some of his technicals are quite low. 10s for dribbling, finishing, and first touch are quite low for 17 years old. You know, you want them to be up to 13, 14s if he's gonna really make it here. But he didn't. He actually started, and he wasn't a natural attacking midfield right player. He was just a midfield right, and he was natural at the winger. A bit further back, but I've trained him up to be that, and now he's naturally, so he seems he's got a level of versatility there, which is good. Good determination, a really good set of mentals. He's got 13 pass and 12 technique, but yeah, I'm really impressed with his mentals. The 16 teamwork along with 16 stamina and 13 work rate is going to be really, really nice going forward. I think he's just somebody we're going to have for a long time. Depending on how long the save goes, I mean, he's going to be here for years to come. I think he's got all the attributes to succeed, and I think I'm tutoring him if I'm not mistaken. No, I'm not actually tutoring him, but he's fairly ambitious. So whether he actually need that tutelage, it remains to be seen. But yeah, George Hearn. You can see Torres got himself another goal. He's got, I think, 5 and 5 starts. So I'm really pleased with his contribution. I couldn't have asked for more, really. It was just, he's on a lot of money and things, and it was kind of just a bit of a nostalgic transfer, really. But in the end, he's actually come up with some goods when it's mattered. So I'm happy with that. Player of the match, you can see there, Ross Barkley. Ross Barkley has been fantastic since the injury to N'Golo Kante, and he's actually up there with some of the best average rating on our team. So if you take a look, the last 5 games has been 7.74, which, I mean, it's just Willian and Fekir that have got better ratings in the last 5 games. But I know we're all the teams in good form, but Ross Barkley's impressed me somewhat as well. So, and then finally, the last game against Burnley, we were lucky in this game, and it's been one of the only games that we've played sort of recently that I've thought we didn't deserve to win there. They had 2 clear-cut chances, we only had 1. We did create quite a few chances, but they weren't all very good. I mean, I'm sure if we take a look at the stats, you can see, look at the match stats. Yeah, we only had 3 shots on target in the whole game, 17 shots. It's been the story of the season, we know this. We're still managing to win games, which is good. But again, Ross Barkley, player of the match. His pass for Willian's goal was absolutely sublime. I'm just going to show you this now. So we'll actually just slow it down and show you the goal in our gallery. Jorginho passed it into Barkley. Look at that for vision. Willian made a really good run inside, which he doesn't actually often do in that winger attack role, but it worked to good effect there, and the pass from Barkley was excellent. Yeah, so that goal was ultimately what won us the game, and it was quite a concerning performance, especially going into the Manchester City game now, which is obviously a really important game. This is the only game we're actually going to play on camera today. I obviously wanted to play this game because Manchester City are second. They're our closest challengers at present. Just look at the league table. Yeah, Man City are on 28, we're on 34. Superior goal difference. You know, we've played 13 games, we've only drawn one and lost one, which is I'm really, really pleased with. I didn't envisage that this season would actually go as well as it's gone, and I'm just really happy with the team and that the tactics have really started to take shape, and we've got an identity now. So let's get into the Man City game then. As you can see, Man City are in decent form themselves. We're obviously in excellent form, but the standout stat for me there is that Manchester City we haven't actually beat them since we've been on this save. So it's only our third time playing them, so it's the first time this season we've played them. It's the first time since the change of tactic, which might make all the difference. We're at home, so I'd expect that we're going to do really well. Yeah, I think we're favourites for this one as well, so we should really be putting in a strong performance. One interesting piece of news as well is that Iago Aspas is unregistered now. If you watched a lot of the first season, you would know that Iago Aspas was excellent in that first season for Man City. They paid £35.5 million for him, and he scored 17 goals in 30 games, and then they haven't registered him for this season, which seems odd. They haven't had a change of manager or anything. I'm pretty sure Guardiola's still in charge here, so that's really odd. I don't know what's happened there. He's just been totally dropped from the side. Whether it's maybe to do with homegrown player rules or something, I don't know. He's maybe been the one that's missed out. But surely somebody who's scored 17 goals in 30 games for you wouldn't just drop him like that. So this is the team we're going to go with today. Then it's pretty much been the same throughout the whole season. Now we've got our first team, and it's Thibaut Courtois in goal. The back line of Azpilicueta at right back. The centre backs is Delete and Christensen. Kieran Tierney in left back. Jorginho filling in his Regista role. Ross Barkley in the Mazzala role because, as you can see, N'Golo Kante is not fully fit, so we're going to go with Barkley for this one. Plus him being in excellent form, we can't really just drop him. He's sort of played his way into my thoughts really. We're going to go with Fekir alongside him, who's just been excellent this season, and that advanced playmaker role on attack in the centre of midfield actually been really beneficial for him. I'm really happy with the way that's worked out. Obviously Willian and Pedro on the wings, because we don't really have any other wingers. Justin Kluivert's the only one, and I'm not prepared to put all my faith in him just yet. And then Alvaro Morata up front. So let's get into the game. Submit the team. So they've gone with a very similar formation, as you can see. Jose Gaya, Otamendi, Kompany and Stones at the back, with Ederson in goal. Gundogan in the deep line playmaker role, it looks like. De Bruyne, Silva, Brandt, Bernardo Silva and Icardi. So they've obviously got a very strong side, as you would expect Manchester City to have. So I'm going to assertively say vengeance. We want vengeance against Manchester City. Vengeance always works. So yeah, they're all motivated from that. So we've got a good start to the team talk. Let's get into the game now, and there we go. Stamford Bridge in all its glory as the two teams walk out. It's a massive game, this, isn't it? It is a really big game. We're obviously 6 points ahead. We've still got the highlights on really slow, so we'll just boost those up a little bit. Yeah, it's obviously a really big game. I mean, it's not going to mean a great deal at this stage of the season, especially since we are 6 points clear. We've got a corner. Morata heads it over, and he can't believe he's missed it. Oh, that was a good chance that for Alvaro Morata. So yeah, we're 6 points clear, so even if we lose, we'll still have that 3-point cushion and a superior goal difference, provided we don't get absolutely hammered. But Manchester City looking very tired as well, as David Silva plays it into Bernardo Silva. Can we win it back on the edge of the box? Bernardo Silva being forced wide onto his right foot. Tierney gets a good header in there. Barkley up for Willian. Look at the space. Go on, Willian. Power forward. He's in. Willian, square it. He has. Pedro! What a save from Ederson. Oh, another great chance. We should have scored there. There's no two ways about that. But we've started really well. As Icardi comes forward now, Fekir wins it back. Tierney, Jorginho playing out from the back. I like how he's dropped into the two centre-backs there, Jorginho. That's it. Lovely player. Christensen, Courtois, Delete, Azpilicueta, Barkley, back to Jorginho again. This is lovely. Lovely playing out from the back. And look how we've got up the pitches. Fekir with his dribbling ability, just going past Bernardo Silva, I think it was. Barkley, Willian, can he square it again? He can. Pedro again at the back post, and he's missed again. We've had 3 clear-cut chances and just put none of them away. David Silva looking very tired in the centre there. Kevin De Bruyne to whip this free kick in. Now he's gone back to Bernardo Silva. Pedro wins it back. Morata, we look very dangerous on the break. We just need to put one of these chances away. Barkley, Willian's in. Willian now. It's Willian! Oh, he's put it wide. Just not putting our chances away here, boys, and you can see what's going to happen here, I can imagine. as Otamendi plays it to Silva. Gundogan. Company. Azpilicueta gets there before Brandt. Willian now again. Azpilicueta. Jorginho. Fekir. Wide for Pedro, who likes to drift inside. Fekir again now. Barkley back to Jorginho. That midfield three. Barkley getting forward on that Mazzala roll. Here he is again. Willian. Morata! Just wide. Just going to encourage the boys just to not get frustrated with missing these chances. We need to keep at it, really. To be honest, I would probably take a draw from this game. I know that we've obviously been much the dominant side, but a draw wouldn't be the worst result in the world. So we are gonna tell the team that it was disappointing. I'm not happy with the performance out there. They all look fired up and ready for the second half. So we'll get into it again as Manchester City get us underway. Here's John Stones, Silva, De Bruyne, Christensen, Barkley, Fekir, Pedro. What a ball from Pedro! And Willian scores this time! Get in, boys, come on! 1-0, that's a massive goal, massive goal. It was actually a kick-off highlight, and I wasn't actually commentating it to begin with, which I've obviously edited out now, but what a ball from Pedro, and Willian just slotted it away. I wasn't expecting that. Great start to the second half. The boys were obviously fired up from the team talk. But yeah, this would be a really good result for us if we could hang on to this. 67 minutes gone. We look to be hanging on for the win at the present. Well, we're hardly hanging on because we've had a really good game. But we're actually 9 points clear at this point. I mean, obviously Tottenham could close that gap a little bit, but 9 points is a massive gap even at this stage of the season. We're going to get Morata off just because he's had a bit of a poor game. Get Fernando Torres on just to hold the ball up a little bit as that complete forward, and we'll put him on support. I think that's all we'll do for now. We'll get back into the game. We'll just tell the boys to concentrate. So 80 minutes gone and still nothing's happening. There's been no highlights. I think we'll make a few tactical alterations. So we'll just, obviously we want to keep doing that. There's no point in closing them down at this point in the game. They have to come at us, so we'll just drop it to the counter. Play a normal line. Sometimes we won't work it into the box, and we don't need to be more expressive at this point. We don't even need to get stuck in. We need to retain the ball, and we'll take it off, exploit the middle. So still want to be playing out of defence just to make sure that we've still got the ball. But yeah, I think that'll do it, and we'll just give them a shout. Oh no, we've got a highlight straight away after those tactical changes. Here's Sterling. Obviously Manchester City always still in the game. Fekir's won it back though. Who's going to be a highlight for is Barkley. Azpilicueta. Willian. Jorginho to Fekir. Keeping the ball nicely here. Just don't give it away like that. That was a really poor ball up from Barkley. Here's Raheem Sterling and Tini. It's a free kick, but Tini's going to be sent off. We're going to play the last couple of minutes plus stoppage time with 10 men. That was stupid, Tini, wasn't it? I mean, it wasn't a bad foul to take, actually. I think, yeah, he's off. At least we've still got a couple of subs to make, because we've got straight swap in Emerson, really. If we take off, I think Fekir can come off because he's really tired. I was going to take off player wider as well, actually, so we're going to go back to balanced and get Emerson on in left back and just bring Pedro in there. I think that's what we'll do. We'll put Fernando Torres as a wide target man and put him on attack. We'll just drop Willian back down to support, and we'll look to just solidify. So we'll just go on flexible for that as well. To confirm the changes. Hopefully we can hold on here with 10 men, tighten up. And a 1-0 win would be really good. Another clean sheet would be really good. Courtois bashes it up the pitch towards Torres. Jibril Sidibe there probably will be a little bit more added time than the 4, I would thought, but it's headed away. And what a victory that is! That's massive in the title race this season. I wasn't even thinking we were potentially going to be title contenders at the start of the season, but after this result, their efforts were excellent. Just passionately say, well done, lads. That was a good win. That was a fantastic win. I wasn't really expecting us to challenge for the title this season, but we've actually gone on a really good run, and we haven't conceded a goal in 4 games now. a couple of 1-0 wins, which shows that we're grinding out. Willian, the scorer in both of them, Willian's been the star of this save, really. He's just been fantastic. But yeah, 1-0 win against Manchester City, that leaves us in first position, obviously still. Won 12 out of 14 games, which is absolutely amazing, really. I couldn't have asked for anything better than that, to be honest, at the start of the season. We are 9 points clear. Tottenham could close the gap to 8, and as could Manchester United, but we're well clear at the minute, and Willian's crept into the average ratings. Courtois top of the clean sheets. Mario Balotelli's still top scorer, which is obvious. But I'm just really pleased with the team, and like I say, I couldn't have envisaged that it would have gone as well as this. So look, I mean, we're still in the Europa League as well. We'd be expected to go far in that competition. So with the strength and depth that we've got in terms of the Europa League and doing a lot of rotation, you know, I can see us going far, potentially winning that competition. So now it affecting our league form too much. So we're out of the Carabao Cup, knocked out by Wolves, so we're not going to retain that trophy. Still in the FA Cup, won the Charity Shield this year, which I guess replaces the Carabao Cup. Right then, so I think we'll come back for the Arsenal and Crystal Palace games. If not, I might come back a little bit later, but I think it will be the Arsenal Crystal Palace games. I just obviously want to play Arsenal because it's a big game, but also because, you know, we want to keep an eye on how the Premier League's going. It's going to be another 3 games, so we've already qualified from a group that's, you know, that comfortably from the Europa League. So we might get the draw as well for the Europa League, so we'll go through that when we come back. But going to that game against Arsenal, what a result against Manchester City, boys. Yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's liked, commented, subscribed, watched my videos even. You know, it means a lot. I've only just started, so it means a lot to me when people do comment and do like and subscribe and things and get involved. It's really nice. So say thanks, and obviously every little helps. I'm not sponsored by Tesco, but it really does. So yeah, thanks again for watching, everyone. Like I say, if you could leave me a like, comment, or subscribe, I would be most humbled. I really would. Massive thanks again, everyone, for watching now. Bye bye.